The Tennis Hall of Fame in Newport, Rhode Island was founded in 1954. It pays tribute to the achievements of those who've graced the game on and off court. Every summer, a new class is inducted. And 2012 was a very good year.
I think one of the more interesting classes we've had, an eclectic group of inductees. You've got Jennifer Capriati, you've got Gustavo Kuerten, you've got Manuel Arantes, who will be arriving here shortly. You've got Randy Snow and certainly Mike Davis.
Brazilian Gustavo Kuerten, a legend on the clay of Roland Garros, embodied the spirit of tennis. His induction proved a humbling experience.
I think it was too far from my expectations in the beginning, that's for sure. And then the same way, I believe it's well deserved. I got myself thinking the last days, and the way I relate to tennis, how I commit myself and get the people involved and everything. I think it's fair to be around here. So right now, I try to enjoy as much as possible. I bring all my family over. I have this time and a little bit more of knowledge than before to understand how big this really is. Hopefully, it doesn't end on these days. I still can generate more and do more for tennis than today.
Now, the man they called Guga can rank alongside those who inspired him when he was growing up.
McEnroe was a big idol. I had his frame big outside of my bed. My brother had a Borg that was a great symbol too. And then when I was getting close to realize I could be a professional tennis player with 14, 15, Stefan Edberg was a great idol as far as Jaime Onsins, Brazilian, who had a good year on that first years.
Brazil's greatest ever tennis player is now bracing himself for a boom time back home, with Rio and Brazil set to stage major sporting events.
Especially this year, it's become more and more accentuate this because of the Olympics and then the World Cup coming soon. As the Cariocas, as we call them, they have a way of tasting life very appreciated.
Gustavo Kuerten won the French Open 3 times. This is a player who will always be remembered for his style and his smile.
80% I miss, 20% I don't miss. There are things that it will never come back, and I always will miss. Being there, practicing, getting ready, going to the court. It's great moments, living there. There's still right now some feelings I had. Nothing could get me this, only some sport and perhaps someone only tennis. So it's a gap that I will have to live on. And it's good that I feel that way, because it really means a lot for me.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, presented by Rio, we're in Washington as DC welcomes the ATP World Tour. And Olympic spirit, we've a special report from behind the scenes at the greatest show on earth. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news and talk with us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next week.